Hey there summoners, welcome back to our channel. I'm so glad to see you again. My name is Nathan Ng and I'll be your host for our patch 11.15 patch preview. This video will give you a sneak peek at the changes coming in next patch. Make sure you hit that sub button because we'll provide you with the full list of changes as soon as we can. Patch 11.15 brings with it so many changes needed for the competitive meta with playoffs coming up. We have a single system change as well as several champion buffs and nerfs. We'll start off with the change to Holebreaker. Initially introduced to replace Sanguine Blade, Holebreaker has changed up the split pushing meta. It provides a ton of defensive stats and increases not only your own damage, but large minion damage to structures as well. However, it will still need more power before it can really find its place on Summoner's Rift, and I do expect it to either receive a stat or a passive buff next patch. The price point already seems quite reasonable. If you want to learn about how to split push effectively, by the way, go ahead and check out ProGuides.com and contact one of our coaches. We have plenty who have great understanding of the game, and with the upcoming Holebreaker buff, it's definitely a strategy worth learning. Now, let's go ahead and talk about champion balance. We have numerous champion nerfs coming next patch. The following champions are receiving nerfs: Annie, Aurelion Sol, Gwen, Irelia, Kayle mid, Sylas, Thresh, Viego jungle, and Wukong. Even unpopular mid laners like Annie, Aurelion Sol, and Kayle are on Riot's radar. Why nerf Aurelion Sol, man? Well, I'm gonna tell you. I have no idea, especially given his already low play rate. However, he's held an impressively high win rate for the majority of the season. That's probably because 3 people play him. I don't know. So it's probably really skewed. Kayle is also overperforming as a mid laner. Her win rate is over 53% in high elo this patch. In the top lane, we have nerfs to Gwen and Irelia, 2 of the most popular top laners in the game. After an explosive start to this patch, Irelia is getting her numbers tuned down a little bit because she's honestly so broken right now. Viego has found himself too strong as well. His solo laning was nerfed, but he received other buffs to compensate, leaving him with excessive power in the jungle. Finally, the king of supports is getting nerfed. I've lost count of how many times Thresh was nerfed in Season 11, but here we go again. He continues to reign supreme as one of the most popular support with impressive win rates and ban rates to back him up. That's it for the nerfs, so let's go ahead and talk about the buffs next. There are several champion buffs. Hopefully your main made it to the list. These are the champions getting buffed next patch: Blitzcrank, Caitlyn, Cassiopeia, Kennen, Mordekaiser, Nidalee, Rell, Shyvana, Syndra, and Xayah. I especially believe this will change up the top lane meta significantly. Both Mordekaiser and Kennen are getting buffed. More magic damage in the top lane definitely makes it harder for players to itemize properly. Potential flex picks make it harder for players to know whether they should run armor or magic resistance in their runes. If you're a Chad, you choose health, but that doesn't always go too well, does it? Cassiopeia is also getting buffed. She's on the rise as a top lane flex pick after a nice cost reduction to her mythic item. Not super stoked about this one because Cassiopeia is quite literally toxic. Nidalee and Shyvana receiving buffs continues to add to the amount of magic damage in the game as well. With another buff, Nidalee will probably begin to dominate in elite levels of play, and hopefully Shyvana can claw her way back into the meta. They probably are also buffing her because of the skin. Come on, let's get real here. Moving to the bot lane, Blitzcrank and Caitlyn and Xayah are all getting some changes. It looks like things are going to be very aggressive. These are Thresh nerfs doubled up with upcoming Blitzcrank buffs. Hook City has been part of the bot lane for what feels like forever, but it looks like we'll have a new king very soon. Caitlyn buffs typically narrow rather than diversify the bottom lane meta, but we'll have to wait and see how big the changes will be. Typically, they're very small. We'll also see a more defensive support receiving a buff with Rell. She has her ups and downs. People thought she sucked, but it turns out that she was broken once players got the hang of her. She was then hard nerfed as a result of this and is finally getting another buff that she needs. Xayah is another one of the champions that could use some buffs, and she's one of the ADCs that could definitely use some love. The buff that she got to her Q wasn't enough to help her where it matters, and I'm curious to see what Riot has in store for her. That's it for the buffs, and let's talk about the 2 final champion adjustments coming up. Rumble and Mundo are the 2 champions getting adjustments next patch. 2 top laners? Or are they top laners? I don't even know anymore, but my guess is that Riot will try to make the changes to push Rumble back up to the top lane and to give Mundo some more jungle assistance. Even after some big jungle buffs, Mundo's win rate in high elo is disappointingly low. His overall win rate is okay though, as it's improved from 46 to above 48% next patch. Balancing Rumble this season has probably been a headache for the balance team. He went from an underplayed pick to an absolute busted jungler. Then he got scrapped into a piece of junk. His popularity has dwindled heavily, and while he was one of the most popular picks several patches ago, his play rates in the top lane, jungle, and mid are all below 1% now. Riot has been making efforts this season to really solidify champion identity and push him towards specific roles. This is why I suspect they'll probably take away power from his jungling and instead give him some more laning tools. that'll cover the patch 11.15 preview. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below, and also check out the description for a link to join our Discord. I'd love to see you guys there. Seriously, hit me up, talk to me, let's hang out. And if you do check it out, you'll be the first to know about any other future giveaways that we host. Best of luck in your games this patch, and like I mentioned earlier, keep an eye out on our channel for all the changes coming very soon. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and have a wonderful day. Peace.